Oh, are we having a yap today? I'm honestly really excited. Hi guys, welcome back to my video. My name is Adar and today we're gonna be doing something fun. I am so excited about this video. And the reason I'm so excited about this video is because we're gonna have a little yap. I don't know how little it's gonna be, but we're gonna cozy up here and then we're just gonna chit and chat. Because I'm gonna tell you and you're gonna send this link to others who are gonna buy you presents. Because I'm gonna tell you what to buy. We're just gonna turn on the little candle since we'll be sitting here for a hot second. And then I have my little book of wonders where I have written down all the different points where you can start off. And I think this list can honestly go for everything. Right now, of course, it's more Christmas related, but in theory, this little list here for any occasion. And we're gonna start with the obvious. What is a good Christmas gift to give someone who loves books? Books. There's a lot of different ways to figure out what to give. The person you're giving books for usually either have a wishlist on Amazon or they have a Goodreads account where they show books they want to read. So either look up your girlfriends, your friends, your moms, whatever, Goodreads or Amazon. Those are the first two places I'd look. And there you can see all the books they've either said they want to read or they want. Amazing place to start. And if you can't find a wishlist on either of these two places, it can be a bit hard to actually figure out which books they want. So there are a lot of other things to actually get them that are book related without having to figure out which book they want. And one other thing you can do where it's still a book is that you can buy them a special edition of the book they love. Usually we all have one or two books where we have more than one of or have a special edition of just because we loved it a lot and we want to have some kind of symbol of us loving that book a lot. There's a lot of these that are being resold online, not for a fair price, but they are being resold, where you can get edge painting of the books which looks like this. Those you can usually get on a lot of different websites, but a good place I've found is through Etsy. But if you really don't want to do books, there's a lot of other things. A classic is doing bookmarks, and I'm not thinking like a little paper one, but like actual good ones. Also, a brilliant place to look is Etsy. Like they have some of these, which is just gorgeous. If you can get them in a way where they are related to their favorite books, that is also impeccable. And then have in mind what kind of genre they usually like to read, and then base it on that. If they love to read fantasy, get some fantasy editions. If they love to read romance, get some romance ones. If they love to read cowboy romance or hockey romance, or you get the point, right? Look at what kind of books they want to read and buy bookmarks related to that. Another thing that's kind of in the genre of bookmarks is tabbings and highlighting. They usually look like this. This is kind of weird if you're not in the book community. I fully get that. Like, what are you highlighting that much? But it makes sense to the reader, and that's what matters. Especially if you're buying them a book. Buying tabs and highlighters that match that. Beautiful. Another great idea is to do a book cover. And there's so many different varieties of these. Some are crocheted, some are sewn, some are leather, I think you can also find. So this is also just the extent of the imagination. And again, go to Etsy. They have so many gorgeous ones. And you can even get some of them custom made with either a name or something on them. Another good one is a reading light. Because I think we all have a bookworm who stayed up a little too late reading. And that is me. And therefore I want a late night reading light. And there are different varieties of these to get. So you can get something like this, which is a full-on like floor standing light, which is not specifically for books, right? And that's kind of easier to get since you can just go to stuff like IKEA and stuff to get it. But there's also some specifically for reading at night, which is a bit more niche and they look like this, but they're again very easy to come by. I think if you're curious and interested in any of these, Etsy or Amazon, you can find all of it on there. Another thing that's become quite popular lately is the bed chair, and it looks like this, and there's again a million different varieties of it. And this is, you put it in your bed and then you actually have good posture while sitting and reading. So this is a brilliant way of making sure they're comfortable while they're sitting and reading for a while. Now that we're talking about comfort, stuff like pillows, blanket, plushies, cozy socks, all amazing things to buy. So I definitely suggest those as well if you're looking into that side of it. There's also the hoodie, which has really taken the book community by storm. And it's just a comfortable, big ass hoodie that you can just sit around in. Now that's like we're on the clothes side of it. There's also book merch, which is sweaters, t-shirt, hoodies, tote bags, anything like that. Tumblers, glasses, everything, honestly. You can usually find merch for it related to books. So if you absolutely know that her favorite book is blank, then there's probably a lot of different merch based on that book. So just search on Etsy, search on Amazon, book name, merch. You will find stuff. Another thing where it's not specifically book related, but I feel like every bookworm I know would love to get it, are stuff like good smelling candles, snacks for when you're sitting and reading, face masks, honestly. We also have coloring books, honestly, because there's nothing more comforting than putting in an audiobook and then just sitting and coloring. I can spend hours. I have spent hours. And I think this entire genre of comfort is very related to the hobby of reading. And I definitely think that if you don't want to go directly into the book side of it, going into the comfort side is very legit as well. Another thing that's not book related, but the book community has loved, is Jellycats in all of its varieties. So I definitely think that buying one of these little fellas is also a good way to go. If you're sitting here still thinking, my bookworm isn't really into any of this. She has a lot of books, she has all the comfort stuff, she has coloring books, she has all of these things. What do I get her? Then I honestly would say a Book Embossum. And they look like this. There's two different kinds, I think. There's one which imprints the book, like you bend the page around it. And then you have the other one which is ink related, which just you stamp it on and it's now a little stamp. And I know you can get these custom made on Etsy, and I have my own from there and I love it. It's such a cute little thing. If none of these things has appealed to you so far, crazy but valid I guess, then I would actually go for the Kindle. And the reason I'd go for a Kindle is just because it's so nice. It's so nice to just have it with you, and you can always just have a book on here. If you go on vacation, you can have 20 books on here. So a Kindle is definitely the way to go. Remember the cover if you buy them a Kindle. And then I would also say, if you get them a Kindle, you can buy Kindle Unlimited for them. And Kindle Unlimited is a subscription-based library where on your Kindle and on your phone actually you have almost unlimited access to thousands of books. And I have loved having Kindle Unlimited. It is such a pleasant thing that honestly a fourth or something of the books, if not more of the books I'm reading, have just been free on there for me to sit and read. So I would definitely say if you buy a Kindle, or if they have a Kindle, get them a Kindle Unlimited subscription if they don't already have it. Now when we're on the theme of Kindle, I would say having some kind of Kindle stand. I have mine here, but that's a big floor one. And I know a lot of people haven't been that fond of the floor one, just because it's a bit harder to pack away and actually have easily accessible. So there are two different kinds of quilt. There's the bed one, which looks so comfy, and there's the little snack tray as well. So a great gift could be to buy them the bed one, and then different snacks for each, and a little face mask and comfy socks. They're gonna love you. But then there's also the one that attaches to stuff, this one. And that can attach to beds, to everything that it can clamp around, honestly, to tables. Which is also a great way to have it easily accessible, but can be packed away as well. But if you get them a Kindle stand, you have to get the Kindle clicker. I absolutely love mine, and that's because if I am having a lazy day, I am cuddling up on this chair, I'm getting my blanket, I'm putting my noise cancelling headset on, and then I'm putting some kind of lo-fi beats on the TV, putting my Kindle in my Kindle stand, putting my little clicker on here, and then I'm just sitting and reading and clicking on it, and I don't have to move. And it is such a good time spent. So I would say Kindle stand, Kindle clicker, snacks, you're good for a while. And if none of these things has really appealed to you, if you're sitting here thinking, well, she has all that, what do I get her then? And then the answer is a library. If you think the rest is a little meh, buy her library. You'll never see her again, but I think that's the way to go. I don't think I missed anything. I mean, I probably did. I don't think I missed anything for the general bookworm, but just remember that your bookworm is not like the rest of the bookworms. And maybe for your bookworm, something like a Illumicrate subscription is the perfect way to go. Just have a look around, see what she's missing, see if there's a hole in her blanket, see if she's missing cozy socks. This is all about what fits for the person you're gifting for, so remember to keep that in mind. But I feel like this is a really good place to start, because I know very few people who wouldn't love cozy socks, snacks, and books. Of course, take it with a grain of salt, but this is at least my little inspiration for where you could at least start. So I really hope you loved my little video here with different Christmas gift ideas, and I'll hope to see you in the next one.